Hey, how you doing, Libra? How you doing? So let's get on with a reading for you. Please check out the star signs in your birth chart so you can get accurate reading. And yeah, let's get into this. So what's going on with Libra? It says nighttime comes and the day comes so quickly. It says you realize something. Someone's pissing you off. It says no wonder you've been stressed lately. Someone's been really billing on your energy. It says evil, in fact, because someone feels like you could be evil when the truth is they're evil. They've been trying to pick on you and pick on you and pick on you, but they can't get through to that energy. It says you may not even witness it. For some of you guys that don't understand it or want to even know it's there, you may not even see it. It says good luck to you though, Libra, because you will notice something or even just push it away with your mind like, yeah, that doesn't bother me. And it says it's good that you do see it in that way, but if it troubles you physically, you have to warn yourself it was there. So stop trying to push it away completely to the point you can't see it, because you could get harmed. It says no one's going to target me, no one's going to trouble me or bully me. However, Libra, it says again, you can see it how you want to, but don't allow people to speak about it to your mind if you don't like what they're saying. Move on and allow your situation to unfold the way you want to see fit. It says you may believe you've got everything under control, but you don't. And even when you do feel like you've got good news, you ain't. So keep bullying yourself, because you will see a problem subside. After a while, you keep pushing it away and pushing it away. That's a Libra thing. That's how you roll. That's how you deal with things. But it says you're not going to see it completely from a perspective of another person like Scorpio unless you push it away and push it away until it pops in your head one day, claps you down, shuts you up and says, bloody hell, I did it, I've gone through it, I've done it, what next? Because your spirit will tell you, I will go through it, but what next? It's like you're ready to take on these challenges. And it says not Scorpio is going to be that way. It says you're brilliant, Scorpio, at telling people how things are done. I am brilliant at going through the problem, slapping it in my face, and then going through it again. It says the trouble is not everybody wants to be like you, Libra. Nobody wants to be bullied, shut down, hurt, depressed, sad, and go on like it never happened. Yeah? So Scorpio is in their right to feel the way they feel. They have karma with this at times, but not all the time. It says their system is built differently because they don't like abuse. However, you love abuse. You don't realize that sometimes, but you love abuse. And your spirit will deal with abuse in a way that you saw it, in a way that you didn't see it, blanket ignore it, and then trouble your mind to say, I will go through it all again for you. Bloody hell. It says you're differently built than a Scorpio. However, it says Scorpios are built brilliantly at pushing the burden away. They can't give enough to that. They will get rid of it till the end. It wouldn't arise in their life anymore. It wouldn't keep coming up. It will never show up again. And even if you want to challenge them, go ahead. It says every day, every night, every week, every month, every year, I get challenged with this. But I know it ain't coming up again because I realize all of you die out of your head. And even if a new scenario comes up to challenge it, I will fuck it up again. It says I'm not going to deal with the same challenges as Libra because I have to sit down and let someone thump me in my head or bruise me in my side or kill me dead. I'm not going to allow that shit to happen. And if you want it, you go through it. I'm not going through that. I said I will challenge it. And if I have to get stressed, I will. I don't want to be stressed, but I've got to go through the problem. I don't feel like being attacked. I don't feel like being bullied. I'm hard of hearing. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to see you. And I'll fuck you up, whoever you are, trying to get me on my knees to beg. I don't do that. Libra does that. Okay? And it says anytime you want to pick on Libra, they will pick on you, Scorpio. So it says go on then, pick on Scorpio, because you're going to see what happens in the next week or even the next winter. Problems are going to come for you all. Scorpio is preparing something for you all, and you don't realize what it is yet. Tidy your mindset, because people are picking on the energies of Scorpio right now, but Libra's on the list. They've got something to give you, and they really don't want to give it to you without you crying. They want you to cry. So when Scorpio is warning you of things, laugh if you want to. It says it's never going to be easy to laugh at because Scorpio is on their way out of the building with that drama. They have other things to do. But you, Libra, it says you've got problems. And you'll never want to hear that Scorpio is going to have bad news. However, it says you've been told in your head that they're going to have bad news because you've seen it in your head. However, you've been joining in a little bit. So when you're pretending you are their friend, make sure you pretend well, because it says it's backlash time. It's always going to backlash on you. It's going to fuck you up. So be prepared. It says no way is Scorpio going to sit down and allow you to think it's funny. It's never going to be funny. And you got to warn yourself to walk away from Scorpio's wrath. It says you've been looking for Scorpio to be harmed. Many of you have been wanting them to be harmed. You don't even realize it, but you're looking for them to be harmed. Caution is with you. Planets are cursing you. It says many of you are going through war in the next day and all over next year. And you're going to see blame in your head with problems. So be careful. Gosh. Whew. Sounds like Aquarius is reading. Capricorn's reading. Is there anyone else? I think that's it so far as the ones that I've read. I mean, not all of them talk about Scorpio a lot, but they do talk about the things in related to karma and what they've got to go through. Some of them talk about Scorpio or water signs. Yeah. It says some of you guys are dealing with negative nonsense. You don't believe none of it, so you're backpedaling. It says you can backpedal all you want. I'll catch you backwards. Woo. It says, I'm going to catch you backwards. You can't move out of this. I'm going to get you from behind. It says no one knows why this spirit is dragging you down a well. Possibly even a bad omen is going to come out of the situation. Target your mindset. It says read Libra's reading or even Taurus's reading. Some of you guys need to read other star signs readings. But it says no one's going to let you get away from this. You've got bad news coming. And it says every day you may witness this and up until the time where you get it. It says karma is coming in the new year for you around May. And it says also in the month of March, April. And it says many times over, even July is not going to be transgressing any problems away from your head. It's going to deal with you head on and solve the problem until you die out of mental health with whatever bad news you want to give to Scorpio. It says you've got to drown out of the problem, because you're personally picking on them indirectly. And it says you've been doing this for years and you didn't even realize it, but you've been doing it for years. Okay. It says now you've got to witness something. Give yourself good news. Don't speak about anything that you can't handle. Give yourself good news. Warn yourself that you're going to have good news. Okay. But if you only give yourself good news, you're not going to get it in a good way. Because it says, even when you give yourself good news, you know you have to pray. You're going to have to create a way to forgive your sins. Asking a stranger to forgive them is not going to be easy. But you may have to get God to forgive your sins. Mainly even Scorpio, because they are the one that are getting hurt by you. And it says a lot of the time, Libra, do you know that you're punishing Scorpio right now? It says you're dragging their heads in a problem. You're trying to pull them in a problem. And they feel the wrath from you. They feel a very bad news coming to them around your mindset. Like caution could come to them in bad ways. Like arrest could come to them. Bad omens could come to them. Warning signs are there for them to see that they are getting punished with you. They feel like the universe is against them. It says all because Libra energy is transiting through the month of May into the Pisces room, which is controlling everybody else's energy to bruise evil people in their mind, which is now going to be your mindset, as Scorpio is what you feel is bad. And it's not Pisces' fault that they have to follow suit. It's not their fault. It says you all are targeting Scorpio for frivolous reasons and boring. This is boring. It says you have to stop. Caution with court cases against their name. It says no one needs to transition into the month of May bringing Scorpio down for nothing. They didn't even do anything. There's a lot of them that haven't done anything wrong, but they are being pulled around the bend for you because you've done something. And it says your mindset will tell you, I haven't done anything. I'm not doing anything wrong, but it says you're all pulling Scorpio's energy around the bend. It says why? Because mainly you all don't want to change. It's just that. It's literally just that. It says your mindset has to change and it has to allow everybody else to change as well. But it says you don't want them to change, Libra. It says no one is going to give you problems, is what you think. But the truth is, your justice is never going to come to you. You never get justice for this because it's bad news. It's bad juju. It's bad karma. It's bad Wicca. It's bad rituals. It's bad witchcraft. It's bad obia. It's bad news. Bad voodoo. Bad anything that you guys could use, or even not so nice, a mental health problem to come out of the situation. You're all going to get bad news for using your mind to target Scorpio's energy in a way that you can't change, but you'll stay stuck in the problem. It says only you and Aquarius will understand this because they're stuck in a problem too and they keep backpedaling. But you're all going to go down. It says it's time for you to see the veil thin again for you to get karma. And it's going to happen in the month of January. It says it will start there and you'll never find a way out of it. So bloody hell, Scorpio, you have won, it says. If you're watching Libra's reading, you have won. But it also says you're not going to have good news if they don't let you, because they're also going to start dragging you into the problem they're going through. But they'll also see they're drowning. It says it's not going to stop, Libra. If you let go of Scorpio, you'll have a better outcome in life. And now it says you're all going to see better news if you let go of Scorpio. But you have to witness yourself apologize. You have to say sorry. You have to beg for forgiveness. You have to see your sins transgress into problem solving and giving yourself better news by giving them good news and leaving their head skulls alone. Leaving them alone. Stop dragging them down a bad mood. No wonder you're in a problem. It says Libra is trusting they could hurt you. And only you will know why, Libra. Bad news is coming to you, Libra. Bad news. So let it go. Okay. Anything else for Libras? It says Libra's going through hell right now. Scorpio's going to challenge your energy away. It says look out for a man that doesn't want to see good news. He will force his way back to Scorpio, but really see tears come from Scorpio's mind if he doesn't let go. It says I know I want to force my way onto your mindset again about it. If you ever tell me you can't help me, I am divorcing your head from me. He says he doesn't know why he needs to help her. Look for an answer in his head to help his family, but he says he doesn't know how to get this help other than her, and he's realizing something. She's not going to speak to him for at least a year or two. Says there's karma coming with this man. He never wanted to help her in the first place, yet he always wanted to use her. It says I know I wanted to use and abuse this woman. Could you tell? It says I am always going to find a way to harm her. She's a little bit stronger than I am. I can see that because I'm frail in my mind. I can tell she will harm me. It says she knows her rights. She's justified good things in her brain and she's got karma with me. I can feel it because I'm going to trash her. But it says no wonder I'm going to see myself in a problem with you all. Many of you are going to see me in a problem because I can't let go of this woman yet. I want to know that she's going to harm herself, but she's not going to harm herself though. And it says if any of you are dealing with a man named M or even V or C or even the word Carl is coming up, okay, for some of you guys. It says you may not see a person doing wrong until they've done wrong to you. But this person's trying to harm you as well as Scorpio, both of you. But you didn't realize that part, Libra. And even if you didn't understand why, you're going to see that it's going to happen in the next week or two. It says only you could caution yourself with problems. So let's see if we can move on past the problem. Enemies could come in the next week. Trial and error is going to come. Blessings are also going to come to Scorpio with other things that they're studying. And very good news, Scorpio, it says you have good news overall to pass your test when it comes to something that we've seen in your mindset. Keep away from certain people. It's not always going to be easy, but those are the ones that are more detrimental than others. So keep away from them. Okay. It says no one's going to trouble you with a man that could come back in the mindset of a mother figure that wants to know he's there. She's got to die in her mind about it. It says even with you, Libra, you don't have to see your parent in a bad way. Neither do they need to see you in a bad way. However, it says you know that one person could have wanted to see you in a bad way. It says you're a liar. And you know that as well. Only them understand what it is they're going through or what's in their mind. You just want to know that they're having a bad outcome because you've realized you didn't want something to happen to a parent or even in their mind. But it says this person never wanted it to happen too. You believe. You believe that they wanted it to happen because they're no longer your friend or they don't want to know you no more because you challenged them to have a bad mood, bad life. It says you've got to move on. You never wanted to see me happy is what you want to say to this person, but the truth is it's you that didn't want to see them happy. And they promise they will tell you one day if you ever step to them and try to challenge their energy, but they'll tell you directly what your problem is. And then they'll ghost you or move on or never talk to you again. Because you want that anyway, but you also realize you can't even face them. You've got a problem with them. It says some of you will challenge the wrong one. And you realize that you should never enter the waters of a Scorpio that's ready to bite you with their tongue. It says they could sting you with their tail and still walk all over you without you even noticing that you was treaded on, because you're always going to see things from your own point of view, but you're a liberty taker and this person knows it. It says you're never going to see something that's going to happen. It says one day at a time you'll see something that's set in stone or it's not. It says true love happens where the heart is. Only see yourself in a building if you promise yourself in a good way about the thing that you want to buy, purchase, or see in the later on future, because someone here wants to sell you something. But it says it's only because they're blocking your mindset right now from the challenges you're going through with a wedding planner, or even the Scorpio that said to you, oh, I'll marry you again, or I'll give you something in the later on years. It says you was going to see blessings come from something. It says there's a horse and carriage entering your life, maybe even something to do with swimming. And there's also something to do with murmuring around the reefs of something like fish or maybe even mermaids or something is going on around the mind like that. But it says it's not only going to be your fault if you don't see what's going on, but it's clear. And it says some of you guys may want to purchase a seahorse, like randomly, just like, oh, I want to purchase a seahorse. It says some of you guys are going to get that seahorse and see that it's a blessing. Others of you, it could be an animal totem. So check out the information in regards to what the animal totem means. Like, why am I getting animal totem as a seahorse coming up in my reading? Okay. It says also, why are you getting that energy of a seahorse? And why the nature is going to be different for everybody. Because some of you will understand and some of you won't. It says you have to see yourself through the picturesque aunt vision. Like you're going to be an aunt to someone soon, as someone could be having a baby, or childishness could be having a told on you, because you can see someone's going to get pregnant too soon if they're not careful, or maybe even see yourself as a grandparent. Some of you guys don't understand what's going on, but it says all of you are going to go through something really, really dramatic in the next week or two, and it's not going to be your fault is what you think. In reality, the universe knows it's your fault. So keep punishing your mind away from the situation or having fun around the situation, because it's always going to be a problem to you the way you see it and the way you've visioned it, but it's not going to be a problem in the universe the way they know it to be true, hence why they're giving you this problem. It says smoking weed is something that you could do to ease your mind, but it's not going to help you completely. Negative predators might want to take away your fine-mindedness. Taking your money or your stature in some way is not going to be easy, but they said they want to break you down and they're going to harm you. And it says no one's going to nurse on you when you're harmed either. Like, there's people ready to target you and harm you, so just watch out. It does say a lot of nastiness is going on in the world. If you don't believe it, that's your business. If you go through it, then you'll understand what you've been through, even if you have to lie a little bit until you've gone through it. Because some of you guys will say no, 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 and then after cry that you're going through it. It does happen, even when you want to pretend. Okay, so realize that. Nothing set in stone. It says not normal things will happen. It says it's not going to happen yet, but you may get a knock on your door from the police, or maybe even someone that's coming to visit you from a jail cell, or maybe even just someone that comes sporadically and wants to visit you and you don't want them there. Or you may see them just show up and they just don't need to be in your life, or you just don't want to know them no more. It says all of you are getting karma from something or someone in the next week or two. It says pray that you don't go downhill. It says I know that, says Libra. Libra wants to know that Scorpio gets hurt, but also Jezebels are around you, Libra. It says you know there's men around you that you wouldn't mind seeing hurt too, along with any Scorpio, male or female. It says all of you can kiss my ass. I would never want to see you again. And it says even when you can't see it, you're gonna die. And it says this man says he don't know what it is, but he's never gonna challenge you again like that. He could have harmed a Scorpio in his head like that too, and told them things that were never gonna come true. It says even when he fell to believe it was gonna come true, it was never gonna come true. This woman deserves justice of happiness. He says he doesn't know why he even done that to her. Now he can't even speak to her no more. He would never want her to see a bad omen again. He promised himself if he sees her on the street, he wouldn't even say hi, but he would never want her to see a bad way in her mind again. And he's going to warn himself that and still do it. But the truth is, he doesn't need to. He just needs to walk away. He's not worth it. He's a karmic value system of a bad man. Yeah. He's got karmic value systems of a bad man, i.e. his morals are built to be nasty. Yeah. He's got to look at that. But the truth is, he may not see it because he wants that. He wants to be that man. He wants to live and breathe that man. He wants to be that person. So you may just justify yourself away from him, but the truth is you're not perfect yourself. So you've got to move on. Lesson learned. Behave, it says. Try to witness yourself through the mindset of a Scorpio and see yourself in a blessed way. It says you're always going to see good news as the person that you are. So keep trying to be who you are and not someone else. And lesson learned again, if you want to see me, I know that you want to see me, some of you guys, and see what's happening on the telly. It says some of you guys are interested in celebrities right now, but it says it's not worth it because this person wants attention so much. It says it could be a celebrity that's online and she's always there in the media. You may know her as a rapper or a singer, and her mental health tells her that she's got a man that's with his mental health, and so many different women, maybe even childishly putting her mind out there. She says, I don't even want to know what's going on, but he's got bare children elsewhere, like loads of baby mums. But it says some of you guys don't even want to know, but her energy just keeps coming into the mindset of others, or maybe even around people. It says it's not warning you to look at it, but it's just there floating around. And it's also a Capricorn energy that could harm you. It says you may not want to look too deeply into some people's lives because it could harm you. It says you're not even trying to look too deeply, but this person is coming up too much, and they are Libra like yourself. Okay. But it says it's not going to help you at all. Whoever you are and a Capricorn at that, you may need to walk away, because the Capricorn is not going to allow you to see bad news. It's just they know they're protecting certain people right now, and they may not want to know that you see too deeply into others. They just have to protect themselves against problems, because it could backfire on them if they're protecting certain people too much without warning or without, good news to give someone else. Because it says it's going to happen to many of you that get your account shut down, get your volumes turned off if you don't get good news, i.e. by the companies that you've been looking into and making comments. It says they're overly protective right now, and they're trolling people's minds and telling them off and giving them bad news. It says you will not witness this, all of you, but some of you will, because they hate some of you guys online, and they don't even know why they hate you. They're just trolling you. Like the job is getting boring or something, and they have to make sure they watch you to the point they are invested into your time and energy. Like you should allow them to be there in your mindset, and you don't have to. They need to move on and just do their job, be bored if they want to, but not be heavily invested into your personal affairs with whatever you've got going on online, because their feelings are getting too deeply involved. They need to move on from that. It's sad, but it's happening. Says all of you are getting calmer with this in your own little way, though. There's certain little things you may realize or not realize about your social medias, but people get too involved behind the scenes. The ones that are taking the time to look after the channels or the platforms, they do things to really make life hard for you. And you may warn yourself, I'm not staying here, or you do stay, but you have to get yourself out of the problem with them. And it says it's not worth it. Some of you guys just say, you know what, I'm going to get on with what I can do, and what I can't do, I won't. But some of you guys, you will see problems. So just move past it. It says when you see blessings coming in the next week, for some of you getting married, it's going to have very good news. For some of you guys not getting married, it's not going to be that great, but you'll have good news anyway. And it says the why is in the warning, because some of you guys are seeing blessings come and some of you guys are not. But you're all going to go through headaches trying to plan something, and it may work out for you, but you're like, well, I know it could work out, but I had to go through grief getting it working out, you know, like to try and get it to work out. So try not to see yourself in that problem with certain people, because it may be hard to try and get around it when you don't know everyone's personality and their nature, but they could automatically make life hard for you to get something that you want, and then you don't get it to the last minute of detrimental well-being. Like, you could have cried to get it. You could have gone through hoops and loops to get it. You could have almost harmed yourself, or they could have harmed you, like really harmed you. You could have lost your life just to get it. It's so sad. Okay, so remember that as you're dealing with the water sign energy as well, Scorpio, because some of you guys are nasty to them. So you have to let go of that energy to see better news. And if you can't, then you're going to go through nasty things like that anyway, because you've got to let go of malice. There's malice in your line of energy. So move on. It says Scorpio energy wasn't seeing a bad mood, and it's not the reason why they were going through it. And even them, they can be in denial sometimes, but they're not in denial this time. They realize something was going on targeting them, and it's not even their fault. It says karma was striking them down, and they don't even know what it is, but it's really God using them as a vessel. It says God was using them as a vessel to beat everyone else so that they could help change the world, like a really bad omen was coming over them. They had to witness themselves through trial and error just to get themselves by. Yeah? And it says it's not going to be easy for them anymore, because they will see that problem again one day, but not yet. And even if it does come, it's like, well, they have to learn a lesson to pull themselves out of it quick, or even find a way out of it before it even happens, because they can see it coming. But warning, Libra, if you don't see it coming because you're stubborn and you don't want to know, that's your business. It says Scorpio is finding their way out. They're having better news than you. They're going to move on from problems that they've been through, and they hate knowing they went through it. They're bitter, they're sad, they're moody, they need healing, they need rest, they need recuperation, they need rejuvenation. But they will get themselves out of the problem, and they will see better news in the end. Okay? It says karma's coming for one or two of them still, but they won't have good news in their head about the situation to help someone else out of a problem. So just leave them alone for a week, 2 month, or a year. Some of them, they want a lifetime of excusing your mind from theirs. They don't even need you. For some of them they do, and some of them they just don't. Yeah? So move on past them. It says all of you dealing with other Libras, get on with it. Some of you dealing with Taurus, get on with it. Some of you dealing with Aquarius, get on with it. Others of you that are dealing with the world, it says you've got better news. It's not really that bad. Like, you've got sporadic energy with so and so and so and so, like different star signs here and there, not specifically directly a star sign that you know is going to be in your face 24/7 or often or on the go. Like, you'll only see certain star signs here and there all the time, not like people that you have to sit down with day after day after day after day. Okay, so it says wish you best of luck with whatever you've got going on. See yourself in another problem or out of it, and then give yourself good luck if you can. Try to forgive your mindset from what you've done to other people. Say sorry. See yourself as a sinner sometimes, because it's not easy. I know it says it's hard work, but you've got to move on, okay? If you can anyway, because you may be stubborn, but some of you will move on from certain things that you may be doing and you're aware of it, okay? So move on. So, my lovely, speak to you again in another reading. Ciao for now. Bye.